go for larger presentations. So Kike is going to start with the first one. Kike is the main responsible for the development of the cloud. So he's going to explain actually what he has developed and what use it can be done in order to maintain a server, a Zentyal server.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay. Okay. Let's start. As Nacho said, I'm the Zentyal Cloud main developer, and the one who has to blame if something goes down in the cloud, every service. I mean, disaster recovery or any service that 100% now. So basically, my presentation is based on to describe what is Zentyal Cloud and all the services we have around it. We have the subscriptions, and we want to explain a little about subscription. I know that there's a lot of information in the net, but I think it's my presentation is more focused on what is implemented and what services that we have, and we also have. We're gonna start to speak, to talk about quality assurance updates, software updates, that I think is the most important service that we have in the professional subscription, as well as the alerts, reports, and what we can find in the enterprise subscription. So basically, Zentyal Cloud is the central point to manage and monitor your Zentyal service. That's it. There is a dashboard including all the servers that you have subscribed, right? In Zentyal Server 2.2, we have a wizard at the beginning of the installation, and you say, okay, do you want to subscribe to server? And without any cost, you have a basic subscription. That's it. There are a lot of services around it, and I have a list here. So basically, we have the first, that is the basic disaster recovery. That is the remote configuration backup. That's it. In Zentyal, we have all the information for your configuration stored in a database, in a no key value database called Redis, and more information in OpenLDAP and so on. So we have a configuration backup that can be done locally, right? So here we have also the possibility to have this backup stored in the cloud, right? Why to have this in the cloud? Firstly, in order to be able to restore this backup if something happens. If you don't have the disaster recovery full data stored in the cloud, you can at least restore your configuration using the installer or using a new Zentyal and say, okay, I want to restore my configuration from the net. And we have also basic alerts, formally 4 alerts that say to you, okay, we'll send you an email if the server goes down, if the configuration backup doesn't be done because any reason, or can also say, okay, you have software updates, but take into account that these software updates may break up your system. And we can also have basic reports, I'm going to show you later, and monitoring as well on basic hardware parameters, that is load, CPU, hard disk, storage, and memory usage. And you can also run pre-configured basic jobs. That's it. If you have several servers, maybe you want to run several jobs, several scripts in all servers. With Zentyal Cloud, To do this is very simple, and you can just say, okay, run this script, the one that you upload in all servers. This all includes in enterprise subscription, but here you can take a look on it on 3 basic jobs. And we can also have the dynamic DNS. It's a very useful feature because if you don't have a static IP for your Zentyal server and you want to manage outside, you can do it using a name, right? So the one that you subscribe, you use the server name and the subdomain that we have, Zentyal.me. And here, then you can access if you have your firewall and your router and everything configured to get into it. And also you can distinguish your server in the Browse tab. This is very important for people who have to manage several servers at the same time, because if you don't have the basic subscription, you have to go into and say, okay, which server I am, because all the servers look the same. And then you have the Browse tab to say, okay, I'm the server 1 or server 2 or server 3. So this is the basic subscription, and then we have the professional subscription that includes what it says, quality of share software updates, alerts, full of it, report, and a security audit on the user password strength. And in the enterprise subscription, we have the remote access. Without any firewall configuration, you are able to get into your server from Zentyal Cloud. This is done using a virtual PN network that we use for all services. But with this, you can get into every single server using the same central point access. Remote management, you can group your servers in order to run jobs, to see the monitoring graphs, to see the alerts, manage the alerts, and generate some reports. And also we have in Zentyal Cloud the add-ons. The first and the second one, disaster recovery, was already explained by Javi, and then we have the security updates. That is basically there are several cases if you are using Zentyal as a UTM to have more security. For example, if you have a HTTP proxy, and then you want to have a filter domains, a domain that you want to filter. But this list may increase. For example, if you want to block Facebook or a lot of porn sites or scam sites or whatever, these sites are increasing every day. So with this list is maintained automatically by Zentyal Cloud, and then it's updated in Zentyal server in order not to make the admin to modify the list. We also have the intrusion detection system rules, the app blocking sites. I mean, if you have a city proxy again and you don't want to have uppers, then you just say, okay, I don't want other ads, so I have a list of advertising sites to block. And also we have anti-spam, another rules, and antivirus signatures. So this is basically the list. So here we have the first look, sorry for the resolution. So basically you have there the main menu, and then you have the servers, right? You have all the servers applying here, but here you have the first view of which alert do you have, which is the log of your servers, that is down there, and you can see, okay, this server is in high-low, so I have to say something. Also, we have the integration with our support platform. So here you have the list of your support uses if you want to take a look at it. And then you have alerts, updates, whatever, and the user menu after. So the first professional subscription service is quality software updates, quality assured software update. So basically this service, what we did is a extensive testing of the Ubuntu updates. If you don't have security, if you don't have the professional subscription, you have all the updates from the community. So basically, we take Ubuntu repository and say, okay, this update needs to be done in our Zentyal servers, but we want to make sure that these updates don't not break the system. That's it. If you have a server and you don't want to have any regression, or you don't want to take a look on it, you have this service that is done automatically. So basically, if you have an update on Squid, a security update, firstly we test a lot, and then if it's okay, we're gonna push on our security update and software update repository. If it's done, we start the service until Zentyal or Squid resolve the problem. I'm gonna show you some pictures about how this is done. Firstly, the Zentyal software update is available through a private repository in Zentyal Cloud. So in order to have this update, you have to connect your server to Zentyal Cloud, and these updates are only available if we are sure that it's gonna not break your system. And these updates are done automatically, so you don't have to take any problem about doing this manually. You have to leave Zentyal testing team to make this available for you, so you don't have to do nothing about it. So this avoids some community updates bugs. I don't know if you know that a PAM package update in the past included based distribution upgrade provoked the cron server disruption. It was because there was a bug in the update that makes the PAM system not working in cron. So the cron stopped to work. So if you have automatically updates in your service with Ubuntu without any testing service for you, then you cannot upgrade because cron was stopped. So the next upgrade of PAM, it was not available for you automatically. So you have to get into your server manually, in all your server that was updated for the last PAM package, in order to make sure that cron works again. So it's very important, this point. So normally people say, okay, I do not automatically upgrade my system because this problem happens always. So it is necessary to make sure that we have a service or a team that is gonna do this work for me. So this is basically our service. How we do this? We have a sensitive process. We have an automatic test based on this tool called ANSE, that is Advanced Network Service System Environment. We have URL. That is a project we developed internally, and first in WAR, but now in Zentyal, based on José Antonio Calvo, was talking with you yesterday, that it allows us to have some integration tests with all our models. What ANSE has for us? It has pre-configured images. That is, allow us to have Zentyal before the upgrade and after the upgrade. So if we have Zentyal before the upgrade, we can replay what it's gonna do in all servers that is connected to Zentyal Cloud. We can also test any network scenario with XML definition. We can make any kind of network scenario. We have VPN scenarios, for example, with 2 Zentyal servers and 2 networks separately. Or we can also have some master-slave scenario that is quite complex to set up. So we have all of this configured automatically, so the test can be done without any human intervention. Additionally, if this test works nicely for us, so it doesn't have the 10% coverage, so we have to test again. How we test this again? Firstly, with our test servers, right? We have some test servers, but also in our servers. That's it. We have to eat our own dog food. That means that we have a lot of servers for us. We have servers for our mail system in Zentyal. Every infrastructure service has Zentyal. The virtual machines are also in a Zentyal server, so everything for us is in Zentyal. So firstly, to upgrade to our clients, our customers, we have the tests the upgrades are done in our server. So the real world test means we read every change log to make sure that this upgrade is important for our customers, for our services. Because, for example, we have to install an upgrade from OpenLDAP because it's going to break our system. But what about the upgrade? It's important for us? No, because it was about a SSL connection. And currently, OpenLDAP connection configuration for Zentyal is not based on SSL. So, a security update that doesn't make sense for us, it's not necessary to upgrade, if it's going to break our system. So, we have this test, firstly in the real life, and say, oh, so customers have nothing to worry about it. It was this in Zentyal 2.0, so if you have the latest version, it doesn't matter for you because it was in the last OpenLDAP. So here we have the graphic. So firstly, we select the updates, and we say, okay, these updates are very important. Firstly, always the security updates for network services. If there is an update in login, so it's not so important. Firstly, the network services that we have, also our own packages, and then we pass the answer test. The answer test, as I said, is like a test suite for every network, every Zentyal module, and say, okay, we pass the test? No. So if it's no, we have to make sure that this problem is from a configuration problem or is this from an upstream problem. If it's a problem for our code, so we have to manage and fix it before to put it in QA. This happens in the past as well, in 2.0. We have a problem we release a package to the community that it was not working in our environment. So our customers doesn't have this problem because it doesn't have the update, but it doesn't have a broken system because he has installed the community package. So we are able to manage and fix, and then we can restart the test. And if it's a configuration problem, for example, it is an upgrade in any network, for example, in Vine, for DNS, in name, we have to manage the Zentyal DNS to manage this problem, so we have to manage and fix in Zentyal DNS. Once we fix Zentyal DNS, we can firstly upgrade Zentyal DNS and then upgrade Vine 9. Then, if everything works properly, pass the test, then it's testing our service, as I said before. If everything works nicely, then we release in the QA repository. Okay, what about alerts? Alerts are something that helps you to notice a problem happening in your network. For instance, your server goes down, or your load is very high in one moment, or an email address doesn't exist. If you have disaster recovery, you can say, okay, your backup storage is low. The HTTP proxy is working not nicely because something happens in the HTTP proxy, and this is auto-configured for you if you have professional subscription. There's more than 14 alerts. What's the allowed number? Because we don't want to the user have a lot of alerts, because if you have a lot of messages, it's gonna ignore them, right? So that's why we have not every metric, but only which ones that have make sense. They are available through Zentyal Cloud Pro package that is available once you subscribe your server with professional subscription. It's available in our QA software repository. So another can be something like this. I don't know if you see something. Okay. For instance, this is very important to see and say, okay, this is another on one of your servers from the source of the alert. In that case, was a mail observer of the log. Say, okay, Javier Amor, sorry Javi, you are not in our mailbox. You don't have any mailbox, so this account doesn't exist. So you can reply to the front to say, okay, the right recipient is Abraham Garcia, I don't remember exactly, and this alert can save you some time or can give you the possibility not to lose any contact with any, for example, commercial or something, right? So we have an interface in Zentyal Cloud in order to change the state. You can do some kind of assignment. If you are several people manage several servers, you can say, okay, this alert is important and you have this assigned to some people, or you can make some search based on the level or based on the source of the alert. In that case, only if I have Zentyal connectivity problems on several servers, and so on. You can take a look from a central point. This configuration is done in Zentyal server. You don't have to worry about it, but you can take a look here. For instance, you have the service alert, and we can also have some alerts on several loggers that we have, as you see. For monitoring values, you can be alerted every time. It's on. I want to alert you only if you load this upper port for 5 minutes, right? So a first alert is sent to you, but you want to keep be alerting after 12 hours. So the same alert happened to you. In this interval, it will be alerted again and again and again and again until this is fixed. Okay, and the last feature that we have in professional subscription is reports, right? We have a report that is a document, a very beautiful document, to justify your Zentyal server installation to your customer. I want to use Zentyal, but my customer say, okay, you are a bar, and say, oh, why do you use Zentyal? Why should I keep Zentyal? I keep paying you. Why? Well, you can show this PDF and say, okay, Zentyal makes you feel happy because all the others are managed, because it's showing which domains are blocked, it shows how many pages are you able to print, it shows you the storage that you use in file sharing, also you can see the bandwidth that's being used in your office, or there's more than 40 models that we are making reporting right now. And it's not only possible to show with Zentyal logo, but also with your own logo. There are more than a dozen of parameters to modify the Zentyal report for silver and gold partners, right? So also, to justify your installation, you can see trends and prevent actions can be done based on the report. For instance, we have a report here. I don't know, it's not, I don't know, you cannot see anything, but it says that this is bandwidth monitoring for a hotel, and you can see here the addresses that are using more internet. And here we have the users that is using internet. In an active portal model, you are able to sign to use internet. You have to have a user and password. It's very useful for hotels, for instance, to make the customers pay based on the bandwidth, on the use bandwidth. So here we have a user that is using more than 100 gigabytes of data. But it's not incoming only, it's outgoing. So it's using more than 100 gigabytes of outgoing traffic. So it's clearly a spam or something that using an peer-to-peer application in order to upload something to internet. So you can block the user and make the network connection to other users, to fair use users, make this work again properly and nicely. If you want, later I will show you the whole report. So this report generation is done automatically every month, or is configured, so you can say, okay, I want the report every month, or every 2 months, or whatever. Or you can do also manual report generation. This report is done based on a group, and you can select the dates, and then this report is always available in Zentyal Cloud, and it's a PDF file. So this is professional subscription, but we also have the enterprise subscription that, as already said, this has directly access to your server. You can create and run pre-configured jobs from anomaly space, or monitoring your status. You can see a lot of graphs to see how it's going on in your server, as well as the monitoring in the module's status. For instance, you can take a look on a graph, saying, okay, I have 8 servers, and say this has printers, this has file sharing, but that one doesn't have it, or has the service stopped, or it's installed but not using, so I can remove it, or whatever you want. You can take a look, a broad look of your servers without have any other site to take a look on your server. And you can store infinite configuration backups, also in the professional subscription, and an OTTL for your dynamic domains. So if you have a dynamic IP address that is very dynamic, it's changing a lot. This makes the DNS system to notice the changes. This IP address changes a lot of times, so it's most responsive. And if you type the domain, it will always point to the right IP address. And then it's possible to have up to 3 alias for your server. Right, so basically this is my presentation, so if you have any questions.
Yeah. About repeated alerts. Let's say I get an alert, your mail server is down, but it's my mail server.
Yeah.
So it will never come there. Is there a way that after 2 alerts it has to go to another level, or send something else, or an alternative email address?
The email address configured when you enter, so it's better to have more than one address.
Yeah.
More than one account to. It's possible having more than one account to use in Zentyal Cloud. You can use as many accounts as you ask to our Javi Vázquez in this case. So if your main server is down, you can always have a backup account to send the emails, because the emails are sent by Zentyal Cloud.
Yeah, I understand, but it will send like an escalation when somebody is not responding, and it sends to a second person. Or
it's sent now. It's sent to everyone. It's a broadcast message. Everyone has this option enabled to say, okay, I want to receive alerts, so it's enabled by default. So nowadays there is no. I know what you mean. I mean escalation. I mean if this one no, and then no. Yeah. But currently we don't have this kind of monitoring. But you can have it a workaround to have it.
It's only mail alerts at the moment?
The alerts are shown here, and
Yeah.
shown in the Zentyal Cloud, and it's also available through mail. And
I can imagine that, for instance, an SMS alert is more direct.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, I agree with you. But
are
really
there
we don't have
any
it,
ideas
yeah.
to implement that?
What?
Are there any ideas to implement an SMS alert? Or
Yeah. The main thing with SMS address, email errors, SMS notifications is the way that we are sure, and an escalation could be a good way to do it, because if you have a lot of emails, a lot of messages saying, okay, you have your mail is down, it's down, I don't know. We have to think about it, but I'm sure that it's the path we have to.
you could distinguish.
Featuring the messages may be able to do it. Just for alerts grade 5,
Yeah.
for instance.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
could
yeah. Only for
distinguish-
partial errors or error. Yeah, because we have levels, as you can see.
Yeah, you can distinguish on that only the disaster messages are pushed by SMS
Yeah.
and all the others are pushed by email.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's a page to take. Yeah, anyway.
A question about the alliance. In a real enterprise, in a real land, there is many devices, more than Zentyal servers. It's possible to add an alert from SNMP device?
Currently, we don't have SNMP devices, but we have also this because a lot of people ask to that. But basically, what we done in Zentyal Cloud is base our alerts in Zentyal server. So Zentyal server is indeed the responsible to send the alert in Zentyal Cloud. So we have to have this personally in Zentyal server. But I agree with you. Monitoring is a broad field to take. So basically, we have this, but SMP devices is a good. It's a necessary path because, for example, your routers doesn't have any interface or any kind of device. It's an SP.
But there is any plan to add
Yeah. In the summer.
3.0?
I don't know. I can give you set dates, but it's on our plans. Yeah.
Does the highest subscription level increase the needs of hardware in our servers?
No. The professional and enterprise subscription has the difference between only want to have the maintenance, or you want also manage. If you want to manage from a center point, you have to use an enterprise. You have several servers or whatever. But if you only want to maintain, you want professional subscription. But the load in your servers there is almost no difference.
And which subscription has the disaster recovery plugin?
You can access to disaster recovery from the professional subscription.
Okay.
Any add-on, you can have a professional or enterprise subscription. Doesn't matter. You have to have a subscription. The same happens with technical support. If you want to have technical support, you need to have a subscription. Why? Because we use Zentyal Cloud a lot in order to access to your server. There's our remote access.
I know.
You know. So this remote access that we have is using Zentyal Cloud. So I don't know if Jorge is going to talk about it, but basically what he used is Zentyal Cloud. Firstly, he logs in Zentyal Cloud. So it's only possible to log in your servers using Zentyal Cloud, right? Apart if you don't have a custom and you don't want to be in Zentyal Cloud, so you have to agree with us in order to have technical support. But basically it's done in that way. Any more questions? Right.
Is there any plan to support NUT for UPS control?
Yeah. We have to have this model in Zentyal firstly, and then we have to add alerts and reports. So basically, our system is based on Zentyal server. So everything that we add in Zentyal server, it can be an alert and report in Zentyal Cloud. So once the model is in Zentyal server, we add it to Zentyal Cloud. It's a matter of small time, very small time, because it's very modular. And I don't want to talk about it because it's done by me, so it doesn't matter. Okay, any more questions? No? So thank you very much.